Alright, today's video I'm going to inform you guys about what Niantic has done and why this is such a big problem. And then I'm also going to provide constructive and kind of critical feedback to Niantic about why they shouldn't have done this, why they need to change it, and yeah, it's going to be kind of a rough video, and I'm kind of disappointed in Niantic, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Alright, so I don't know about you guys, but when Niantic announced about Season 8 on May 27th on their post, I'll put that down in the description, you guys can go check it out for yourselves, and I'll kind of pop up an image right here as well as I talk. They told us that we'll be getting, for 2 weeks, right, Master League Classic, Element Cup, we'll be receiving twice the Stardust from win rewards and end of season rewards. Perfect. I love it. I was excited for that. Next, we'll also see another 2 weeks back when Master League Classic, Master League, and Ultra League Premier Cup go for 2 weeks. We'll get twice as much Stardust. Fantastic. And when it comes to Go Battle Nights, which there are 3 events for that, June 3rd, which we've already had, June 11th, and August 26th, we will get 3 times the amount of Stardust for battles done and sets completed for that night alone. That doesn't stack with the 2 times. Perfectly fine. 3 times dust. Fantastic. I was really excited for this. Why? Because I personally don't have a lot of Stardust, and the fact that with level 50 Pokemon now in the game, with XL Pokemon, Shadow Pokemon, all that stuff, Stardust cost to build teams to be competitive has dramatically gone up, which means we have less Stardust in order to compete, and those who do can compete better because they have the better Pokemon. Now, that was a great addition, right? The bonus dust, but where Niantic messed up, and this is why I am so frustrated, and I typically don't get frustrated or angry about stuff because I'm understanding when it comes to Niantic's server issues or bugs in the game. They have a known page where they're talking about bugs they're fixing, and things like Pidgeot, which was brand new with Feather Dance. It crashed the game when you used it, and it was unfair for your opponent because it would make them crash their game, right? We know about that. They're fixing it. That's totally fine. It's unfortunate, but I understand. What I don't stand for and why I'm going to be so critical is when they deceive us. And what I mean by deceive is they gave us these bonus Stardust events, but what they didn't tell you, or didn't tell me, or tell anyone, is they cut the base Stardust that we get from Go Battle League from Season 7. In Season 8, you get 50% less Stardust from your battles and sets than you did in Season 7. And this was done, let me pull up the Reddit. I'll put a link down to the Reddit there and also put up images here. This was done by username McFargets right there. Thank you for doing this research here. But I don't know about you guys, but I noticed a dramatic drop in Stardust, and I was really confused, and I thought maybe it was a bug or I just wasn't paying attention. But no, everyone, we are getting 50% less Stardust right now. In Season 7, you could get at rank 9 base, you could get 1200 Stardust for completing that set. In Season 8, you get 600. It is literally a 50% cut across the board. And this battler here does the math. And after all the math and dust is settled, with Go Battle Nights, the triple Stardust, and 4 weeks of double Stardust, you will still come out with roughly 82% of the dust you would have gotten in Season 7. That means you're getting 18% less Stardust with all of these bonuses. That is what annoys me. Niantic was deceptive by hyping us up about Go Battle League with all these bonus dust events and everything to get us excited to play, want to get more rewards, want to invest in new Pokemon, but then pulled the rug from underneath us and cut the Stardust base rate by 50%. That is unacceptable. You as a company cannot do that to your player base. We actually rely on this Stardust because if you take a look at a typical battler, right? We have a full-time job. Maybe some of us have families. The time that we have to put into video games, in this case, it's going to be Pokemon Go, is very limited from a day-to-day basis. So when you come home from work, you put the kids to bed, you maybe have an hour, maybe 2 hours to play a game. So you could decide what a lot of the player base does. They go out and catch Pokemon for the spotlight hours, this and that. They go do raids, they hatch eggs, or you do Go Battle League, which if you're going to do your sets, it's going to take that hour to 2 hour range. So by cutting the Stardust in half, you have crippled the community in a way to compete for Go Battle League, and that's just unacceptable. Now, like I said earlier, I'm going to give constructive feedback as well, but I just want to be very critical to Niantic and anyone who's listening to Niantic. I'm okay with you guys making adjustments and tweaks and updates. It is up to you guys to do that. But tell us, right? Don't hype us up about bonus Stardust of 2 times or for 4 weeks double Stardust and triple Stardust Go Battle Nights, when in reality we're getting 50% less Stardust because you guys didn't tell us about that update. That is deceptive, and that is just wrong business practice. You as a company want to have a solid player base that loves the game that you create, and how you lose that player base is doing stuff like this. Now that I'm done about being critical about that, let's talk about some constructive stuff of why we need more Stardust and why I would dare to say Niantic should increase the Stardust we get from what Season 7 was by 50% instead of decreasing it. And this is why. PvPoke said it perfectly. I'm going to go ahead and pop that up for you guys here. Stardust costs have gone up with level 50 and Shadows, while Stardust rewards have remained the same or decreased in this case. XP was reworked for the Go Beyond update. Stardust should get the similar treatment. The barrier for entry for PvP is way too high. And PvPoke puts that in a perfect perspective. For anyone working at Niantic, if you haven't competed in Go Battle League, and I'm not talking about doing some sets and getting to rank 11 just to get your feet wet. I'm talking about consistently every single season doing hundreds, if not thousands of battles to push for rank to get Ace, Veteran, Elite, and Legend. You don't understand how much Stardust we need to be putting in for every single league, for all the XL Pokemon, for Master League. There is a high amount of Stardust. One XL Pokemon for Ultra League and Ultra League Premier Cup is going to cost you 500,000 Stardust, roughly. That's an incredible amount. That's double what it used to be to power up a Pokemon for Master League. So I highly suggest that the members and team at Niantic critically look at this update that they've done and adjust it. Change it back to Season 7 and include the bonus dust, or just increase it overall, because we are not getting enough Stardust to compete. And for players who are new, this is very important. The barrier for entry for PvP is way too high. That is absolutely on point. Players who are coming to the game, if I had someone coming into the game right now, brand new to PvP, and they wanted to invest in Stardust, and they had maybe 600,000 Stardust, and they wanted to compete in Great League, Ultra League, and Master League, I said it's going to be impossible for you. You have to choose one, because you won't have enough Stardust for Master League. You may not have enough Stardust for Ultra League, and because of the rotations of this season's cups, you have a lot of Pokemon that are banned, which means the XL Pokemon are going to be dominating. I'll pop that up right there, which means their only way to play is going to be Great League, and that is, oh my gosh, why would you do that? And again, I will say, Niantic, doing your updates and adjustments, putting them out there, letting us know, right, the rework to the poison moves and everything is great, but not telling us you're reducing the basic Stardust from Go Battle League by 50% is a terrible call and a terrible move. You have burned a lot of the player base right now, and me making this video telling the player base is going to burn a lot of them from wanting to play for the foreseeable future. It's that bad, because it shows that you guys don't really care about how our experience is in Go Battle League. You only care about the longevity of Pokemon Go and the money that we put into it, because it doesn't make any sense to cut the Stardust by 50%, because this isn't a real currency, right? This isn't like the US dollar and the potential inflation that we have going on in America, right? This is a fake currency in a video game, so it doesn't matter if I have 10 million Stardust, 10 billion Stardust, or 10,000. It doesn't impact you as a company. And in fact, I dare to argue that if I had more Stardust, right? If I had 10 million Stardust, I would have more fun in Go Battle League because I could invest in more Pokemon. I could try new teams. I could have a lot of variety, which is where the fun of Go Battle League comes from. So the fact that you are lowering the Stardust by 50% shows that you don't care about the player base and their experience. It just shows that you want to try to elongate how long we need to grind in order to compete, which is a terrible move. And I'm sure a lot of the community agrees with me. The couple Twitter posts that I put out obviously had a lot of traction and people completely agreed. And I'm sure if you scroll down to these comments right now, they're probably not going to be too nice, because we care about this game, and doing a deceptive move like this was pure deception, because you hyped us up about bonus Stardust while cutting the base Stardust by 50%. That is deception to a T. So you guys can do better, Niantic. You can do better, and I expect better from you in the future.